How's it going? It's 220 Prepper, and I got a quick video today. So, continuing with the bug out series, I'm gonna go over the 10 C's of survival. I'm not gonna lie, I finished this video like 2 weeks ago, and did not like how it came out at all. So, I felt that there was a lot of stuff missing from this video. So I'm gonna do the 10 C's of survival, and I'm gonna add two, maybe three more C's, and I'll explain in a minute. But for those of you who don't know, the 10 C's of survival are the 5 C's of prepping and the 5 C's of sustainability. So, for those of you who don't know, the 5 C's of prepping are: you need a cutting tool, you need cordage, you need combustion, you need containment, i.e. the bag and or something to keep your water in, and you need cover, which is essentially a shelter, a tarp of some sort. The 5 C's of sustainability, whatever, you need cotton, you need a compass, you need candling, which is light. This is not my actual bug out light. This is literally like my backup light. Something like that. You need cargo tape, and you need a canvas needle. This is my wife's sewing kit. So that's the 10 C's of survival. I don't like all of the items on the list. I don't like the canvas needle, because the canvas needle is primarily for like patching holes in your clothes or repairing your gear. I personally feel like it's unnecessary to include, because that type of needle you can't use for like suture, stitches, and things like that. It's actually too big. And I just don't agree with it. I think there's other C's that can be put in here first. And, it rhymes. It's the 10 C's. It's easy to remember. It is, but it's not. Everybody forgets, so whatever. I personally feel like there's very important things missing. Case in point, empty, unloaded, all of that. Yeah, it's all good. My C that I would add is combatives. I'd add combatives. And the reason I would is simple. It's, if you're ever implementing things like this, something has gone very, very wrong in the world. And that's just fact. There's always going to be people out there with less morals than you. And if you put them in a situation where they feel, oh, I don't need to follow the law anymore, it's going to get really ugly really fast. That's just facts. So I definitely would add combatives. Considering that's not on the list, there's another C word for you. Also, I would add cooking. And for those of you who don't know what this actually is, look familiar? It's literally just a canteen. This is one of the canteens, or a canteen cup, soup cup, that you can just put on the fire, just like this, warm up soup or whatever else you just so happen to be making. A lot of y'all know where this came from. But that's on there. I'd rather have cooking supplies, collapsible pot, the clean canteens and all of that stuff, over a canvas needle. I feel like they were just looking, that the person who came up with that, I personally feel that they were just looking to round it out to 10. And so that's why they put a canvas needle in there. Or even candling. I get it, but technically candling and combustion very easily could be the same thing, since what you primarily need the candling for is light, not heat. So, me personally, instead of the canvas needle and the candling, I'd add cooking and combatives, because these two are much more likely to save your life than this. Now, for those of you who are unaware of the purpose of the 10 C's, supposedly you can use the 10 C's, to just throw these items in a bag And it's the first things you should put in a bag. I mean, technically, if you needed to walk out the door with it, technically you could. But it's not advisable because it's still incomplete. Now, this is all well and good for an inch, like to start off with. All of this stuff, you know, the cover, the cordage, and all of that, it's all a very good starting place. But this is in no way, shape, or form, in no capacity, another C word, in no capacity enough to be your bug out bag. There's tons of things missing that are vastly more important than majority of the stuff on this table. Another major thing missing is this. I took the cover off, so it's not really, you can't really tell what it is, but this is medicine. I've got Band-Aids in here, I've got painkillers in here, I've got antibiotics in here. This is kind of crappy, but I bought this because it was like $5, and I added a few things to it. Just something to keep in my EDC bag, just in case. But I'd rather have medicine than almost anything else on this table. Because if you're in without rule of law, or, you know, or your shit hit the fan situation, you're gonna need medicine. You're gonna need medicine more than you're gonna need half of the shit on this table. Because who cares if you got so much skill you put Bear Grylls to shame and all of that other shit. If you get KO'd by the flu, you're shit out of luck. And I mean that's just the way it is. If the flu, I mean, it's there. It's all there. Like, there's bacteria, there's viruses, there's all of that crap. You need to have medicine. I can't think of a C word for medicine, so comment section kindly help me out here. If you could think of a good C word for medicine outside of contamination, no, it doesn't even work that well. Please let me know and I'll add it. But that's what I personally believe the 10 C's should be. Cutting tool, cordage, combustion, containment, cover, cotton, which I still agree with. Compass is actually very much so needed. Cargo tape, agreed, but I still say combatives, cooking. Just to go with C's because I can't think of something to, you know, I'll go ahead and go with contamination. And I'll take contamination over cooking even because, actually I don't know about that. I'll take contamination over cotton because, I mean, hey, it's just a bandana. I'll wrap my shirt around my head. But still, that to me is much better version of the 10 C's of survival. So again, standard 10 C's, cutting tool, cordage, combustion, containment, cover, cotton, compass, canvas, needle, cargo tape, and a candling. Mine, I have the whole thing written down because I keep forgetting what they are. Mine, take away the cotton, take away the candling, take away the carver's needle. Combatives. And you don't necessarily need, and while it would be good to have AR, AK, SOCOM M6, M14, I don't know, whatever. Something like this. Simple, this is a Smith & Wesson shield. This can save your life in a without rule of law situation. This can save your life so easily. So, combatives, I will also say cooking, because if you need, there's no food. You can't sit here and order Pizza Hut or, you know, Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever. You can't order that when the grid goes down. Sorry, but you can't. So enjoy it while it lasts. But I'll add that, and I'll add contamination. So that's my 10 C's. I'll upload this video and I'll get the next one out much sooner than this one, I promise. I'm going to work faster next time. But in the meantime, this 220 Prepper and I am signing off.